Hi. So I know many have talked about how Sea of Thieves has improved as a game compared to when it was first released. I wasn't really aware of video games at the time because it was only during 2020 when I got my very own laptop because of HBL, home-based learning. And I started playing more PC games because of that. Sea of Thieves was one of them. My cousin introduced me to the game one night. I searched the game up and it turns out Sea of Thieves was a co-op game. There's also PvP elements, but there are also co-op elements. And so I love multiplayer games, especially with my cousin. I love to play games with him. And so on the 5th of November 2020, I started my Sea of Thieves adventure. However, not long after, my laptop's battery broke. I mean, it could only run Sea of Thieves at 20 FPS on lower settings anyway, but now in late 2021, I've gotten my hands on an incredible new PC so that I can play it once more, and I was not disappointed. I've heard a lot about people complaining about how little there is to do in the game at launch, but I wasn't there then. But now there's definitely a lot of things that the developers added that makes the game feel more complete. Because my cousin is a pirate legend, I've skipped quite a lot of the grind and just played some Athena quests with him. However, he's not always there to carry me through the reputations of the trading companies, so sometimes I find myself soloing quite a few voyages. I especially like doing the Order of Souls trading company as I enjoyed killing skeletons and selling skulls to Madam Owen. My name is Owen. I like the other two trading companies, but not as much. One thing I don't like about the Gold Hoarders is that I spend most of my time looking through all the maps trying to find the shape of the island on the map. With Order of Souls, it's much easier to identify which island to head to because they include the name of the island on the poster thing, which, in my opinion, was much easier than trying to spot the shape of the island and compare the one on the X marks the spot map that you have and the map table. This is because there are so many locations on the map to explore. So it's way easier to look for a name and you immediately know that's the correct island instead of doubting yourself with what shape it is and you have to look through the entire map. I know with experience you will be able to recognize the shapes of the locations, but I've already spent quite a lot of time with the game and I still can't remember the islands. I really like the emissary flags as well. I feel that it rewards you for the risk that you take. It will give you a huge multiplier and allows you to get a lot more gold for the loot that you sell to the trading company. But other players will be more likely to steal your loot in that case because they know you're doing voyages. One thing I really like doing with friends are tall tales. I really like the cinematic experience you get out of them and the teamwork they encourage. I played the Pirate's Life Story arc recently and deeply enjoyed my time doing the tall tales. I don't really like how you have to get really weird commendations to get a cosmetic. Most of the time you don't even know they exist. Especially the journals. I always find myself having to alt-tab to a guide for that tall tale to get all the journals, which I'm not a big fan of. On the Sunken Pearl tall tale, we spent way more time than needed and had to refer to a guide to complete the tall tale. However, I really love the puzzles and parkour in these tall tales. The parkour is really fun and satisfying, and the puzzles really encourage you to think and use your brain. Overall, a great experience with the tall tales. And I hope they make more of these tall tales for people like me to play through. I haven't really done a lot of PvP because I'm quite a noob at combat in this game, but I really hope to be able to give it a shot in the near future. I don't really like how aggressive the players in this game can be though. When I'm just minding my own business, they just come and chase me, killing me over and over again. Like, they're just making my experience a lot worse. And they didn't even take my loot, so it's pretty obvious they're just trolling. I much prefer the PvE in this game because of this. So if I were to rate this game out of 10, I'll probably give it a 7 because it's a great game. I really love it. But there are some things which I'm not a fan of. But that's all just my personal preference, and everyone will probably have their own different opinions, and I'll love to know what you think. That's about it. Bye.